Welcome to another edition of Issues Conversations with. Introduce yourself. Tell them what you about.
That's what I thought this fucking show's about, man, is you introducing like the people on the show. But hey, that little thing that you got where you like in the beginning of the interview, is that like some clap on type iPhone shit?
No.
Yo, man, my name's 1-0. You know, I'm about that life. Is that like, you talking like music? I'm about that. Smoking bud.
Mm-hmm.
I would say women, but I'm married, so it's one woman.
Mm-hmm.
Kids, pets, you know, smoking bud and doing music, you know.
So you just like a what? Like you just
No, I don't like it. I love it. Like, I love smoking bud. That's what I do. It's just not right now, dude. Like, I don't know if kids can watch this, but we'll do it later. Yeah, man. Just nah, really, man. I'm just normal kind of guy, man. You know, I believe in the good Lord Jesus, and finally at a stage in my life where I can have a platform to do my music and express my views and my comedy and stuff like that. You know, and being an artist yourself, you got to know that having all that built up in you, you don't have a way to release that, or an avenue to channel that. Your expressions, man, can be quite troublesome sometimes.
yeah. Let's talk to me about, or talk to the people about AMT Entertainment.
AMT Entertainment is a concept I came up with a brother of mine, ex-brother of mine, and I don't really, I wish him well, but we just on two different paths. All my thoughts. And I basically came up with it, you know what I'm saying? Because they're all my thoughts. Nigga just agreed with it, so I kind of, But we're going to go ahead and cut that shit for the program, that was all mine. Just like the label says. But it's basically the perfect representation of who I am as a person. Now when I collaborate with people, of course, they're not all my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? There's the business aspect of the label too, as far as, if you see AMT on Entertainment on something and I'm collabing with you or collabing with, of course, all the thoughts weren't mine, you know what I'm saying? Right. So get that straight for those who are not as intellectually inclined as we would hope, but it ain't your fault. But yeah, man, just basically an expression of all my thoughts.
And that encompasses what? So you do music.
Do music, cut hair, on a barbershop. I have a separate label called Barbershop Talk ENT, and that's a branch off from AMT Entertainment. I'm basically trying to merge them both together, but it costs money and resources, and my credit score is like a 225. I'm trying to all right, anybody out there want to let me borrow some credit? You know what I'm saying? It's just, barbershop talk, man. When you go to the barbershop, luckily I was able to be planted in a small town. My mom grew up, and grandparents, and like coming from the city, LA, little Athens. It was a transition I had to make, man, but it was one of the best things that I could have done, man. But yeah, so, just trying to do that and just trying to basically live out a dream. I don't care if I don't sell now CD. Mama, I apologize for cussing. But just,
So you from Athens originally?
Yeah, little Athens, man. West Side. You know what I'm saying? Uptown. Nah. East Side. Nah. I was from Timothy Road off of Kingswood. Kingswood off of Timothy Road. It was right across from Timothy Elementary is where it was an urban area, man, real hard, real tough, you know what I'm saying, real raw. It wasn't until the 7th grade that, you couldn't catch the bus to school, you know what I'm saying. But nah, I had a really good upbringing and, left home early and stuff like that, but Yeah. Athens all my life. Born at Athens General Hospital, you know what I'm saying, before it was Athens Regional, you know what I'm saying? Damn sure way before it was Athens Piedmont, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they didn't have as much parking. But
so then you moved from Athens and came out here to Commerce.
Well, actually, I moved from Athens. I was like 27. I went down. I did like a tour. You know, as a child, man, you don't know, like growing up. You want to know where you get your characteristics from. You know what I'm saying, as far as your mom and your dad, and,
right? You
know what I'm saying, your historical, ancestral roots. So you know, they didn't have ancestral.com and shit back then. So, back then, man, my dad was from a small town called Hazelhurst, Georgia, which was about an hour outside of Dublin. My mom, like I said, was from Commerce. So during that time in my life, which I was older, you know, I was going through some trials and tribulations. I moved to Dublin for a little bit, and then I moved to Hazelhurst, which I moved to Hazelhurst for like 30 minutes, and then came back to Dublin, and then went from Dublin to Gwinnett. And I just been all over, man. You know what I'm saying?
So that's just kind of like to retrace your roots and
right.
kind of discover who you are as a person.
Right, because like as a child, as an adolescent, man, you know what I'm saying? Like if you get in trouble in school or you excel in school or, you know, you got some people that don't have to study things, you know what I'm saying? They can just, you know, like some cats we went to school with.
Right.
You know, and other people, they have to put more emphasis on things that, you know, will take more concentration from your average person. So having those characteristics and or whatever characteristics that, you know, we have as young adults, you know, we become curious, you know what I'm saying? Why do I do this? Why do I think this? Or why do, you know what I'm saying? Why am I so bullheaded? You know what I'm saying? And then when you know, do your research, because the apples don't fall far from the tree. I don't care if your dad's fucking drunk or your mom ain't shit, or if they're the most successful people in the world. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that you're gonna be successful. It just means that you have those traits, and whether good or bad, you know, times in your life when you grow up, man, you start, you know, you might come out looking like your mama, but the older you get, you might act like your dad. You know what I'm saying? Your daddy, goddamn, ain't gonna never tell you the truth. You know,
for real.
You know.
So it's best to kind of just go.
Might have been a part-time stripper at a female nurse or something. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You never know. I know I was. You know what I'm saying? For a couple of weeks.
Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, man, I definitely can understand that, man. So that's basically all my thoughts when you, because I listen to your music, man, and your music is like real soulful.
I appreciate that.
Even you know, like you make soulful ballads. You know what I'm saying? But also, your raps are soulful. You know what I mean? You could tell that you bear a lot of yourself in your music. And you could tell that, you know, a lot of your experiences come out in your music. So, that journey that you took, are these the things that you reflect in your music, or that you want to get out to your music? As well
I mean, without a doubt, man. You know, and I feel that, you know, a lot of artists that I admired, you know, music, depending upon what you're going through in life, the music can tap into anything that you can relate to anybody, depending upon the person. So with me and the trials and tribulations that I've gone through in life, I try to share that in my music, and being blessed to have been seasoned by a lot of older people, you know what I'm saying? Like I was, you know, spending a lot of time with my grandparents, and like that's why I incorporate a lot of these older guys that have been through something. It just, you know, I'm not the one to rap about something that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I've never tried that, and if I had, I ain't gonna tell nobody. I ain't never come out with nothing like that. But you know, certain things work for certain people. What works for me is just being true to the game, man. And, you know, and just telling my life, man. You know, if anybody gives a damn about it, you know, they might not, and that's cool. You know what I mean? Like I put a post on Facebook today. I said I want to thank everybody who, you know, watches my videos, and whether you like them or not. You know, I appreciate you taking the time to say, hey, that's bullshit. Or, hey, that's, you know what I'm saying? Because time is valuable, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how you utilize your time. You know?
Right. I definitely understand that. So, you got any other artists that you're working with? I know me and you've been working.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
as far as, like, anybody else, is there any other artists?
I mean, yeah, really, man, I was going to work with some younger guys, man. There's some young kids out there, young cats out there. You know, I fuck with a few of them, man. From time to time, they can, you know, ask for advice and shit like that. I'm not a skinny jean wearing nigga, man. So like the majority of, you know, the generation. I'm not gonna say the younger generation, but the generation, because I see some old niggas trying to do that shit too that we went to school with, man.
I don't understand that shit.
Yeah, I can't. You know, skinny jean niggas, man. I told you about that nigga. That got, man, that nigga Sammy, man. That nigga Sammy got robbed, man, at the Burger King, man. For $40, man. A young nigga in skinny jeans, man. Nigga, I think the nigga was a Crip, Blood, and a GD or some shit. This nigga was like everything. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he was fucked up on everything too. My partner was like, man, you alright? What you on? He's, I'm on everything. Now I robbed that nigga for $40, man, in the drive-through window. Then had the nerve to ask the nigga to buy him a cheeseburger before he got out the car, man. And I would shot that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm perpetually enabled, you know, to bear arms. So, you know, we ain't got no guns, you know, around me where I'm at.
Shit, well look, speaking of that, talk about your comedy, man. I do see a lot of skits on your, you do a lot of, you know, little skits and stuff like that, man. So
comedy is just
trying to do with that?
Basically another way to express, like, I've always got joy into just seeing other people laugh. Like, you know, in school, you know, they labeled me as a class clown. I just was a clown in the class, you know. So, I'm incorporating one of my best friends, Quincy Brooks.
Yeah, y'all two dudes are probably
phenomenal.
Y'all the silliest dudes I ever. Y'all the silliest dudes I knew in high school.
I appreciate it, man, because we strive to be that.
Yeah,
you know, we I don't know, man. I guess, you know, because his birthday in August, my birthday in August, man, and shit with this Zodiac shit, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is cool and shit, you know. We never fall out about nothing, man. It's like my brother, like me and you. But I grasped a lot of my comedy from him because his was just raw. You know what I'm saying? He just, you know, and where it would be edgy at times with certain people, because like back then, you know, whites and blacks were just starting to merge. You know, like we wasn't in like segregation times, but we were kind of like the offspring of right after segregation. You know, we were the children of segregation, and so like, you know, we had a little bit more freedom. So with mingling with, you know, different ethnicities, white, black, Mexican, Chinese, Korean. I was a person just like him, that I didn't want to just have tunnel vision. I didn't want to be just selected to one group of people, you know what I mean? And so just being silly all the time, you learn how to incorporate, how to play to everybody, you know. So I grasped a lot of my comedy from him, you know, because he's just a funny guy, man. Yeah. You know.
Who else, comedy-wise, that you've been inspired by?
You know, the usual, you know, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. But Martin Lawrence played a large part, like, back in that era, you know.
Run Tell That.
Yeah, just like, and even, you know, like my favorite character on his show was Jerome and Otis the security guard. That was like, because you seen Eddie Murphy do it in Dr. Dolittle. You seen Tyler Perry do it, you know, all like Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy and them did it, you know, before, but like his characters were so raw, you know, and they were just funny, you know what I mean? It's like some of the stuff you just can't write. Yeah. You know, like how
do you think got better characters, Martin Lawrence or Eddie Murphy? Think about it now. Martin Lawrence or Eddie Murphy? Who has better characters?
Man, and see, that's a hell of a hard question, man, because like Eddie Murphy hands down, like as far as characters.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's just fucking Eddie Murphy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like that transvestite accidental pickup shit kind of threw me off with him.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't just accidentally.
Norbit.
That shit, like that, right after.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. Because you know what I'm saying? His brother was funny as hell, David Chappelle. But Martin Lawrence is just, I don't know, man. It's like I kind of basically relate to them niggas because I spent my life just like as a kid, man, trying to emulate and imitate them niggas. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Richard Pryor, you know, he burped himself up and shit, but like, it's certain people that you just can't mimic. like you can mimic, like I can mimic them too.
So you think Martin Lawrence was a bigger influence on you than Eddie Murphy?
Nah, cause like my first Delirious was like my first comedy that I watched. Like I would sneak and watch that shit, and I was so good at imitating Eddie Murphy at the time when I was a little kid. Like my parents wouldn't mind, you know, I could sneak away with a cuss word because I would be like reenacting what he said, and they, as long as they thought it was funny, I wouldn't get my ass whooped. But like Martin Lawrence was a little bit more cleaner when it came to like, you know, TV shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Martin Lawrence had a bigger like impact.
Yeah. Okay. No doubt. So, you know, I know you do the skits and stuff like that, the little characters and all that. But would you consider doing stand-up?
See, my mama tried to get me, you know what I'm saying? My mama tries to pawn me off on people to, don't you go to the comedy club? What comedy club? It's like,
I mean,
I watch stand-up, like, I can imitate people who've done stand-up, and if I was to ever try it, you know, I think the anxiety of being booed really wouldn't bother me, you know, because I say some shit or I start picking at folks like comics do. But yeah, I would definitely, you know, I like to know the ins and outs of it first. I don't want to just go into something, we're going to try to make people laugh, you know, watch some people who have been successful and people. First of all, I'm going to watch the people that haven't been successful so I can learn what not to do. But on stage, man, you're going to mess up and stuff like that. But yeah, I would definitely consider that. And acting and writing, producing, you know, that's basically where I'm just, you know.
Try to do a little bit of everything.
Everything, man. Check, man. You know what I'm saying? I was in the Salvation Army for years, man. We ain't never get no check, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why I still wear a lot of camouflage. You know?
I can feel that. So you
got, I can't, man, because we ain't get no check.
So you got the studio here, you got the barbershop. So you pretty much your own man.
With the blessing of
entrepreneurialism at its finest.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I guess I'm truly blessed, man. You know, I've been through the storm, man, and prepared for the storm again, you know, but I thank God in the name of Jesus for where I'm at in life and where I'm trying to go. You know, I'm not where I was, and, you know, I've been there.
Right.
You know, that's why I try to help a lot of people, man. And just, you know, my personal beliefs, man, I've you know, I respect everybody's religion. I respect everybody's beliefs. You know what I'm saying? You know, what works for somebody else may not work for me. You know, or I know what works for me. But you know, we all just supposed to love each other, man, and you know, try to better ourselves as a people, man. You know, I like that new song that you dropped in my studio for free because you're my brother. Nah, you touched on a lot of like present day points, man. Like, I ain't mean to try to divert my.
Nah, you good. Just go.
But that shit kind of touched me, man. That shit wasn't even part of this script, man. Because I was like, damn, man, that shit was, you know what I'm saying, dope as hell, man. You know, but one thing about it, man, I don't worry about no corona, man. I don't even drink Bill, man. You know, all this stuff, man. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. You know, so with that, man, but that was a dope ass track, man. For real, man.
Appreciate that, man. Well, I'll tell you what I always ask in every one of my interviews is the same question. So, you know, this whole situation that we in right now is something that no one is going to forget it.
Right? Yeah.
So, out of all of this, what do you want to see positive come out of once we are on the other side of it? History has moved on. We've moved on from it. Now we're speaking about it in the past tense. That time in 2020 when the whole world got locked down pretty much. What do you want positive to come out of this situation?
First and foremost, the recognition of the lives lost. The ones that have had to be subjected to the turmoil, the wrath of this ungodly virus. I guess after that, man, it's learn awareness, not only just from protecting ourselves from this pandemic, but any other pandemics, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you can only be as protective as you can, you know. because everything is basically through TV or social media. You know, that's how we are informed of things. You know, from back in the day, it used to be, you know, you wanted some information when you go to a book.
Mm-hmm.
And so how times have changed, man. I just want people to be aware of, you know, how valuable life is. Have a purpose moving forward, and hopefully, you know, we can avoid and be evasive to any more detrimental situations like this that may occur, whether by the government or, you know, by act of nature or God Himself. Unless you know that, you know, life is real, man. This ain't for play. You know, this is, so, you know, you got to utilize the time that we have, you know, going through this and acquiring this experience, and after this, you know, just make conscientious steps to, and productive and positive steps to, you know, avoid all this stuff, man, and come together as a people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I am Tyrus Cornish, and I approve this message.
That's right. That's right. And on that note, peace.